Hello and welcome along to another video. My name's Razza, and in last episode we built this. We built my trading hall where we can get all the materials that I need for the next foreseeable builds. I've got all my books together, got food sources together, and I got blocks together. I've got a little bit to place some iron because I have quite a few iron golems that come across. But while I was building it, I came across an issue. When I tore down the old village, and then when I'm in the island, this has started to happen. I've started to get a bit of a chest monster. Now, not only do I have it here, there is also one on the island, where, my starting area was. And I feel like we're at the point now where we need to change that, and we need to start getting some storage solutions in place. Now, let's go back over to the island and let's figure out a nice area where we can do that. Here I am on top of where my town square is going to be. That is going to be a project possibly for the next episode. As you can see, there we had the log cutters that we've done. We did our little starting area, our mine shaft. One of the last episodes where we built like a kind of town hall with a tower. Now I need somewhere for this warehouse area to go, like my storage house. Now I feel like this middle bit is going to be where my main area is. Like I say, it does cover, it's a nice central area on this island. I mean, there's a ravine there. I know someone who would probably fall into that, but there's going to need filling in as well. But there is somewhere in here that I think that might be a nice area. I think I'm going to fill in that so it's nice and level there. Little elevations are good here and there. But as I'm looking around, I think I do want something quite central, because this is where I'm going to be picking all my items out from for projects and things like that, and if I need to restock. So I feel like down here, down this area is going to be a nice area. Next, ravine central and located. I think that's where we're going to go for this. Now, if we can not do any fall damage, like a pro there. I got some scaffolding so I can mark out the area. Now, this build, I'm thinking it's going to be about 13 wide. I mean, it's a storage house after all. But I feel like if I start somewhere here and go 30, so that's 1, 2. Majority of this build is going to be underground, because this is going to be a redstone storage system. So I'm going to need to get some redstone and bits together for it. But I'm just building the outer shell for now. So let's see how far along it'd be a nice. Let's get a little vantage point. From up on top of the tower, I think these two can possibly move in a little bit more. So I've got rid of the trees. I've put in a little bit of dirt in there. That is going to be a thing that needs covering up, but we'll get that when we get to it. And we have our scaffolding up. Then these 3 trees will probably go as well, but then I've just changed out the pathway a little bit there. The pathway stopped there, so I brought a pathway in so we know where we're going to put our eventual pathways in. We've got one coming up here. I think I'll probably end up having one coming from here to there as well. And then we can have a nice building or something in the middle, some trees or something. There's a nice little gapway forming there. And then we're getting a nice little gapway forming here. So that's always a good thing for future planning. Always good to future planning. So the next bit is to get this section all sorted. Now, what I'm thinking here is we're going to go for oak, and we're going to start bringing in some of the blocks that we've just got from the last episode. So I'm thinking we're going to go white terracotta on this one. It's going to give a nice, I think it's going to go in with this cottagey feel that we're doing. But let's get some of this together and let's start building the shell of it. Not today. Right, so biggest decisions that I have now. How tall do I make this? Let's go for the standard. You know what? We're going to go 7. We're going to go 7 tall on these ones. see how that goes. We'll do it on because it's only going to bring it up to about there and then the roof on top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to frame the bottoms of this one. So we've got a nice orc cube. We got ourselves a cube. Right, so the next thing I wanted to do was with the white terracotta was do this with it. And then give it another one of them. Let's do it both sides. I mean, I'm just playing about here, but I feel like it could come out really nice. And then if I go here, and then I take these ones out and straighten them ones down. We've now got a shell of a building. So I've gone through white terracotta. It's very plain looking, like I said. It will get some little bits added here and there for details, like all of these ones have had things added on. Next thing I want to do is a roof. It's going to be another angled roof, and I'm starting to get a little bit concerned that it is going to go very tall with it being 13 wide. But let me pop on one roof idea and then see how it goes. We'll probably go up there and see how tall it looks compared to everything around. Like I said, I don't want... The good thing is, a lot of these buildings are hidden when you're in different areas. So, you know, like, you can't see... Like, you know, you can't see that, but you can see just snippets of that building. You know, you can't see the woodcutters from there. When you're walking around, you know, I will eventually change these trees for custom trees, but you know, like the lighthouse is only visible there. You know, it's like there's just flashes of them. You know, but like already, there's the building. You know, and then the further up we go, then we do come across it even more, and then even more. I mean, this is the tallest part. This is going to be like one of the tallest parts of the island. There is a couple of bits over there that are taller, but then again, it'll be hidden behind it. It's not looking too bad. Maybe a little bit tall for my liking, but you know, like 5 by 5, like 5 talls are a lot easier to hide. But it's a big work. It's the thing is, I have to remember this is going to be like a big warehouse for the whole island. It's going to store everything. That's the story behind it. So let's work out a roof design. I've been doing some bits in between clips. So the biggest thing is the main outside of the building is done. We've got some lights on there. I decided to go for a flat roof. I figured, you know, putting too much up there was going to be too much. I filled in the hole back there as well. May need to terraform it in at the same time. And there's other things that I've been doing. I've done a little bit of the inside. Oh, excuse me. I've done a little bit inside. But the main thing, it was just getting the building style in. I think when I started it out, I had some gaps in there, filled them out, just done a little bit of the same. It's very much the same all the way around. The back is like that. It's like this. I tried to make some like swinging doors. There's a lot of spruce trapdoors in this, I feel. But then inside, we've got some storage solution. Now, when you look, there wouldn't be too much in there. This is just purely for decoration as well, this part. Because my main storage is going down this hole. Down this hole is where the main thing is going to be. So if I was to go down, we will see what I mean. And you can probably see some bits. I have been busy in between clips. I have done a big dig out of the area because this eventually is going to fill in. Now, I probably don't need all this space right now, but as I add things and add things and add things, that'll be where it is. And this is the system that we're going to use. This storage system right here. Some people might recognize it. It is an impulse design. It's a very old design now, but it still works. And it is just what I need for this one. So there's hoppers and chests. This is going to go up at the top as well and at the back so that it can go all the way around when needed. I'll probably, like stand somewhere like here so it'll load everything in. So I'm going to spend some time now. I need to gather quite a bit of iron. I need to gather quite a bit of wood, maybe some more of these stone bricks so that I can get this hole filled out. And then I'm going to put in as many as I need for right now. It's been a little bit of time between clips, but I have sorted out all my things. The beach is now empty, so is over by the villager trading area. There are no items. The only items are now here. Now, what I decided is kind of things that I wasn't going to sort. I've put little sections here for, so like bottles and bottled things, foodstuffs, redstone components. I've got sections for just your general wood. These are all like the villager things if I want to go do some more trading. I've even got a section where I've got like just some random stairs that I have. One of these has all my enchanted books that I was getting from when I was doing the setup of the things. So it is quite well set up here for my non-stackable things. And then downstairs, we have the full setup. Now, to try and save on some lag, I've decided to put whatever item I was going to sort down as a couple, and then it's not finished in here. I need to get things behind it, but this is where we're up to so far with items that I've got and items sorting. Still got some blank spaces here for things and things over here as well. But as you can see, I've got quite a few things already. There's not going to be that much more I'm adding to it, but what I thought I'd do is a demonstration of how this works. So if you do know the impulse design, this bit's probably not for you. If you know how it works, but if you don't know how it works, this is how an easy way of going into it. So the first thing you've got is, let me go up here to the back area of it all. So what happens is you have a feeder line. So the feeder line's actually upstairs. In the main thing, there's a chest that you put in. And then you have a comparator coming out of, so that line, you put it all across there, as many as you want. Then in this one, you have basically filters, and you're only really bothered about this first item area here, because that's where it's going to take everything. You have a comparator in subtract mode, which then goes to a repeater and a redstone torch. So that redstone torch actually powers this, which locks that hopper, which means things can't go down until there's enough in there. And I think it's about 42 items. 42 items gives a signal strength big enough to power that, which then powers that, powers the repeater, which then unpowers the torch, unlocks the hopper so things can go through. And the way that this is set up is that only the one item that you put in is the one that will go through. So what I did is I collected some deep slate just so that we can get an idea. Whereas I've got all the cobbled varieties there. So then what we do, we go to the top here. In here, we take out that first filter and I'm just going to put that in deep slate. So as you can see, it goes down. It'll go down to around 41, and it stops. It stays at 41, which means it's locked. So then these ones go straight down into there. So we've got 23 in there, and then basically whenever I put something into the feeder chest, all these are already pre-sorted. All these pre-sorted. These ones are still free. I just thought I'd do it like that. So then, you know, for example, I mean, the feeder chest, like I said, the feeder chest that I have is just here. So if I wanted to, I could put in 9 gravel, I'll put in that deep slate, I'll put in that tuff. I have it on 2 hoppers going down. So these all go to here. So as you can see, it all comes in. That deep slate, we've got 6 tuff. But that deep slate will start making its way around the system and then into the, and you start seeing that go up and up. And then the beauty of the thing is when it gets to 41 in the on the hopper at the top, it stops. But I've done that for all these items. Some things aren't sorted that I might do in the future. That's why there's still spaces for things, and I can always turn some of these into spaces for other things as well. But I think that's a successful project. It's still something that I'm going to work on in the background just so that it's fully done when it's done. But I'll probably do that in between episodes. But that is going to do it for this episode. I've got my sorting system sorted, which was the one big thing that I wanted to do. It gets the beach all nice and tidy, ready for the next episode. Because next episode is going to be infrastructure. We are going to start to lay out how this island's going to look. We are going to do planning. We're going to get the next bits in. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much if you watched it all the way to the end. And I'll see you next time. Bye.